Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Midweek Racing. Welcome to Race 6. Welcome to Austria. And say hello to my co-commentator. I'm joined today by Attie, familiar voice for all of you.
Yeah, the Red Bull Ring is where the action is this week. It looks a bit gloomy. Let's hope the weather holds up.
Absolutely. Let's just. I'm gonna keep my eyes there on the comments to see if we get any clarification on weather, because it doesn't look too good.
Yeah, it's a track actually not shy of getting a few raindrops now and then. So anything's possible. Quite a few drivers already out on track. Looks like about half the field trying to get those first numbers in.
Already a few cars out on track. No lap times just yet. Am I experiencing the sound glitch? Yes, I am. Fantastic. At least you can.
I have received confirmation from Codemasters on their forums that they've now eventually managed to reproduce the sound glitch, so that's hopefully means they can actually fix it.
Well, I hope so.
It's apparently a hard one to reproduce.
Actually, I've got it once, like in a race, in a session, whatever. But the other day I actually got it twice. I got it in Q1, and then I got it in Q2.
Yeah, me myself actually thought it was fixed because touch wood, I haven't seen it in about 3 weeks now. So
I've got no sound on.
Really thought they slipped it.
Got no sound on my television. No sound on my television.
Maybe turn that volume up, Jono.
All the way. All the way.
Oh, and we got a yellow flag, sector 1 and 2. Let's see, no one's grayed out, so no big damage. Devin Alice has left the session, but that's not a DNF leave, just a disconnect.
So far 11 drivers have set their lap times. 105.4 provisional pole. That is the time of Raptor. I'm sure we'll see these times come down.
Q1, there's not a lot wrong with that time, I can tell you that.
Haven't seen anyone in the comments section speaking of rain, so I think we would have heard about it by now. But just because it's not on the forecast doesn't mean it might not make an appearance. Seen that exactly. A couple of times too.
Yeah, always a curveball now and then.
Judge is out on circuit, currently 6th, 106.4. Still a lot of guys. Not done a lap just yet. Devon's still in the pits. Noi Raider's still in the pits. Avalash is out on circuit.
Yeah, Noah Raider coming off a huge victory yesterday evening at SAA OLR. He'll be brimming with confidence tonight on this track. He had a real stormer. Surprised a few of the guys. Actually made his debut there, no assists, and he told me he felt like he was just getting faster and faster by the lap.
See
So
a
he's gonna take that confidence definitely through to this race.
sister league of ours. Am I right in saying they were on the Sunday and they've now moved to the Monday? Is that the
That's
Sunday night
correct,
league
yeah.
that's moved down to the Monday? And as well as the same circuit on a Monday and on a Tuesday. So if the guys have won it on a Monday night, means they can do it all again. I just saw a flash of rain on my screen. Was that just me? I saw
I
something. I
think
saw
that was just
something
a
on my
nosy.
screen. Maybe it was just my imagination. But keep your eyes on that screen.
Wishful thinking, you're in a drought area.
I don't know. Something tells me we're gonna have a wet Q2 or 3.
Yeah, with this gloomy outlook, it's all possible.
If that is the case, you might want to get out on circuit. If any drops are falling at all, circuit won't be getting any
Yeah.
better. So wanna
As we speak, Connor Young sets pole 1051. I don't think we
1051,
were gonna even dip into 104s, but I mean already on the brink.
1051, and that's in Q1. I think we can still see a dramatic drop from that lap as we go forward. Obviously, depending on track conditions, we'll don't really know. It's gloomy, but there's sunshine, so it could go either way. No movement yet from Vino. He's in the pits. Noi Raider in the
Yeah,
pits. Devon.
he's leaving it. He's leaving it to the last bit. No, already. Probably
Devon is
doesn't
out
feel
on
like he
circuit.
needs to. He needs to even get a double run in. I think he's got so much confidence now. He's just gonna do a one shot.
No
But
movement
like you
from
said,
him
with
just
this
yet.
weather, it's a risky move.
Weather could just catch you out. Devon, yet to set a lap time. He's out on circuit. Let's bring some information up on screen for you. There we go. Now you've got more stuff to read. Obviously, going into Q2, that's where strategy will start to come into play. Race strategy will already start to come into play. If it's not wet, that is. What tyres will the guys choose to qualify on?
Yeah, they'll all go for the yellow wall tire, the medium. So that's the fast runners, obviously. The rest of the Oaks trying to make it to Q3. They'll be forced to do softs again. Don't think there's gonna be a lot of Oaks on the hard tires.
Okay, Ronald just giving confirmation that there will be no rain in the race. It will actually clear up as the race goes on. So I just wonder if qualifying is going to pull any surprises. Only 2 men yet to set a lap time, both of them sitting in the pits unmoved. That is Noi Raider and Vino. Your top 7,
Yeah, leaving it
all
late.
in the 105s. The Quinton really scraping into those 105s. He's barely part of that club. 105.999. Nothing in it between 6th and 7th there. Look at that, 5 thousandths of a second. 55 thousandths of a second. Really close at the front, and we haven't seen a lap from Noi Raider just yet. I'm actually waiting for these next 7 minutes to just pass by so I can hopefully get my sound back. It's extremely annoying. I'm standing in a silent room talking to myself. That's very annoying. Provisional pole 105.1, Connor Young. He is out on circuit on an outlap. He'd be looking to improve on that. Does have a Q3 ban for an incident that happened in the last round. So, as far as I understand, his best possible starting position would be 10th, if it's a Q3 ban.
Correct.
So,
and that's not a problem for him in knowing his capabilities. P10 is smack bang in the middle.
maybe just like to use Q1 and 2 can still prove a point with a lap time here.
Yeah.
Currently exactly. A 105.1. It's out on circuit. Will he go faster?
He's all about proving points, knowing the man a bit, always defending, trying to make a statement, make a name.
Goes faster in sector 2 by 0.4 of a second. He's found 0.4 on this lap already. Goes around the penultimate corner. Does he go faster? Yes, he does. A 104.7. And like I said, if you're trying to prove a point, then I think you've proven it. Nicely done. It's a big gap between first and second. Gauntlet has been thrown down. Not too much action out on track. Let's have a look here with the racing point. Cowboy currently in 10th, 106.4. He's in sector 3 looking to improve. Looks like he's going to abandon this lap into the pits. Avalash in the second of the Red Bulls.
Worryingly, Noah Ryder hasn't still set the time, so luckily I see he's circling the track, so...
Right now with Avalash currently 11th, 106.6. Was winding this one up. Noah Ryder goes second, 105.2. And that's his first lap really of the day. Obviously with that penalty for Connor Young, will make Noah Ryder one of the favourites for pole position. Right on board with the second Red Bull. Avalash currently in sector 3 looking to improve on his time. Currently 13th, he's safe but only just. Goes now onto the pit straight. Does he improve? He does improve. He goes 9th. Into the 105s he goes. 105.9.
Yeah, that should be safe zone.
Now where is Vino? There we go. Vino yet to set a lap time. He's in sector 2. We're right on board with the Renault driver.
Yeah, I really pushed that car to the limits there. I see slightly locked up on that curve. Really trying his utter best now. It's all or nothing now.
You know, really leaving it for the end. I suppose he could have another run after this, depending if he has enough fuel.
Oh,
Ooh, he runs a little bit wide. He wouldn't want that. That's not ideal. 14th, 1066.
So far, so good for him. There's no movement on this log.
Teammate has just come out of the pits in front of him. Gives way. Does Villandel. Two Renaults, currently 14th and 15th. Just safe.
Yeah, P15 and 16 is on the outlap, so they jumped into the cars. Needs to try and better their time to try and get to Q2. Devin Ali's had another run, he didn't better his time, he's all over for him, he's out of Q2.
He's not going to have enough time to get back out. The Ferrari driver still does have a chance. He's on an outlap. Just over a minute remains in Q1. Guys now starting to retire from the session. Not able to do another lap or improve. Let's see a few
So
guys
top 10
disappear.
all in the 105s.
That's right. Except for Connor. Connor dipping into the 104s.
The magic 104.
Dipping into the 104s in Q1. I didn't expect to see the 104s in Q1. I'm surprised to see the low 105s. Might want to get my TV remote because this thing might start screaming. Well, I hope so. So we ride on board with the Ferrari. Goes around and into the pits. He will take no further part. So we will lose one Ferrari and one Sauber. That's Devon and Magesh. Seems like everyone else will be safe. We just wait for everybody to retire from the session. And there we go, my sound came back.
Magic.
Just like that. There we go, so at the end of Q1, obviously Connor with that 104.7, the only man into the 104s. Then the rest of the top 10, all in the 105s. Neuraider second, Munna third, Angry Wolf fourth, Shark in fifth, Raptor sixth, Quinton seventh. Then we got Vino in eighth, Staffy ninth, Avalash 10th. Not going to get the rest, am I? Ronald in 11th, Sniffleizer 12th. Judge 13th, and unfortunately I didn't get the rest there. But I know eliminated from Q1 would be Magesh and Devon. They will not take part in Q2.
Villandel was our last man in. He made the cutoff. So, on to Q2. First out of the blocks, Quintonator.
Immediately two cars out. Let's join Quintinator. He was the first man out on circuit.
That's surprising. I mean, someone actually betted Steffi.
There's Steffi only getting out third. Man's down on his game.
You really have to look at his qualifying strategy.
Obviously fastest in Q1 with that 1:04.7. That was Connor. Did he go faster than that in Q2? Probably not. Obviously,
so as
going for the medium tyre.
Yeah, as I predicted, there's sort of a 50-50 split, mediums to softs, with Quintinator opting for the hard tyres. So not too sure about that strategy, but let's see. It always makes it interesting.
Just to have that one car that's out of sync with everyone else could make things potentially interesting if he
makes everyone else hamsters run a bit. No, not sure where he's gonna end up and when he's gonna pit for what. And I've fallen victim to that, where you get into the motion and you circle the track lap after lap, and then your mind starts running on what's this oak busy with, and next thing you miss a break point into the wall, game over. So
that's all it takes. Just takes that one mistake, one lapse of concentration, and all the practice, and it can all come down to one breaking point. I've been there. Sometimes you don't even get mad at yourself. You just sit there and look at the screen, and there's no reaction. There's nothing. That's when you know it's really bad. When there's no reaction. It's like, okay, it's fine. 1:05.5 for Ronald. It's on provisional pole so far. It's on a set of softs. Neurate a second, 1:06.4 on a set of mediums. Quinton, not a bad lap time for a set of hards, 1:06.7.
But
so three different compounds. Three different compounds in the top three there so far.
Oh, looks like the judge has had a mishap.
Follow Jacques as he goes through the final part of the circuit to start. There we go. Goes third. 1:06.4. Seems like the comfortable range for the mediums, the 1:06s.
Yeah. I've got now the other end of the glitch scale, where the car is constantly overrevving.
I've got that in, I think it's in Avalash's Red Bull for some reason.
Maybe it's a Red Bull issue. I had it on Jackie's Red Bull.
Jacques' car sounds okay to me, but if I go down to Avalash, car sounds ill. Sounds like he's only using his first 3 gears. Seems like Ronald went out on that set of softs. He's willing to start the race on that set of softs. Set of 1:05.5.
Yeah, that's gonna be good enough for Q3. That's almost a given.
Doesn't need to do another lap in this session. And sit back and watch his competition. Right now with the Haas driver, Angry Wolf, yet to settle that time.
Let's see where he starts braking. Yeah, leaves it a little bit late. Gets to the apex perfectly.
See now what he can come up with. Gonna be good enough for a top 10 time. Yes, it is. At second place, it's a 106.1. The closest we've got to a 105 on a set of mediums. I think he'll be happy with that. For a set of mediums, he's the fastest man out on circuit so far. Right now with his teammate on the other side of the scale, he's in 9th at risk. Still 4 drivers yet to go out. Let's see, we should lose 5, but we will only lose 4. Judge has already departed from this session. He left us earlier on, set the time of a 107.8 and retired shortly thereafter, so that time will stand, but he's not able to improve on it. Winner currently on an outlap, also on a set of mediums. Seems like the popular choice. Right on board now with Connor Young. No real need for him to improve in Q2. Really just putting on an extra lap with 2 on those race tyres. You have to start the race with those.
Yeah, on board here with the Muna. Last man to set a lap time.
Connor goes into the 105.4 on a set of mediums.
Yeah, that's a big statement.
Might have just taken a bit of life out of those mediums going into the race. He's done 2 pretty big laps on those.
Let's see where the Muna ends up. He's now sector 3 heading downhill. This difficult section. Hard brake, 50 meter board.
See where this puts him, goes over the line. Off place.
There you go. He's
just outside the 105s, a 106.0. I think he'll be happy with that. Now you just want to coast back to the pits and take care of those tyres. Those are your race tyres. That's the thing with doing too many laps in Q2. I mean, it's not just that extra lap. It's that extra out lap, it's that extra in lap, you know. So if you have 2 runs on a set of mediums, by the time you get to the pits, you could have done basically 6 laps on those tyres. So, it takes life out of the race.
Yeah, for sure. Looking at old days before the ERS came along, I always did a double run, you know, out 2 flyers and a in. But on some of these tracks now with ERS, you cannot pull that off. So,
have a look at the Red Bulls. They've actually come out of the pits line astern. They're following each other. Maybe just trying to get some help into Q3. Not the easiest place to find us.
Yeah,
Not the easiest
Yeah,
place to
it's
find
slipstream.
a slipstream. Not at Monza. Didn't expect to see two drivers in the 105s in Q2. And the one on mediums is faster. Alternator, currently 11, just outside of Q3.
Yeah, on board, he's now setting off for his flyer. Trying his hard out to get back in that top 10. He's now actually fitted the medium tire, so he's let go of that hard idea.
Should be able to find some time just by virtue of the tire switch. Wouldn't have been much fun out there on the hard.
Also the track is also a rubber thing, that's also a big factor.
It's in sector 2 at the moment.
I mean, he literally said that lap time, original lap time, he was the first around. So the track has definitely changed characteristics.
While we were talking, Raptor, the third driver in the 105s there, is retired from the session. Just on a set of softs. Let's see now, Quinton.
Got a good feeling he's coming around the last bend. This looks good, was quite a neat lap.
Yeah, 7, nicely done. That'll be good enough for now. I say for now, because as I say that, he goes 8. Time's changing all the time. Shark has gone 4th with a 105.9. More and more drivers getting into the 105s. 4 drivers now.
Yeah, last man with a shot that it is Cowboy. He's slowly idling along, then he'll set off for his flyer. Or maybe not. Looks like he's actually
is he coming into the pits? It looks like he's coming into the pits. If that is the case, and that is the case, then he's not going to take any part in Q3.
Last man out, Avilach. He's throwing one last dice.
Currently 13th, 107.0. Came out behind his teammate. Seems to have lost him along the way. He has found 6/10 so far. To hold this lap together. He's got enough fuel, he can obviously go for another run if he's got any ERS left. That puts him 7th.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
He snatches it.
Good enough to get both Red Bulls into Q3.
Yeah, and interestingly
And now
enough,
Neuraider is going to go over the line. Is he going to improve?
Yeah,
No,
he's
just
leaving it right to the last. He's gonna make it.
He's just made it over the line with a few seconds remaining on the clock.
Yeah, this is literally all or nothing for him.
Currently has a 106.4. He's gone a 10th faster in Sector 1. So in Sector 1 he's found a 10th. That's all he really needs. He needs to find a 10th. That'll put him in 10th place, ironically.
Oh, and he's got Avilach in front of him. That's gonna put him off. No.
Doesn't seem to have put him off too much. Let's have a look. He found a 10th in Sector 1. Let's see what he can find in Sector 2. He's found 2 10ths in Sector 2, so should be 3 10ths up.
Looks like he's gonna jump Vino.
Needs to keep at least one racing point in Q3. Goes over the line now.
Nah, I think he disqualified him. That one corner he cut a lot.
I think that was a corner cut, that second to last corner.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to improve. He was 10th faster in Sector 1, 2/10 faster in Sector 2, and then Sector 3 there. Just getting too hot there on the inside.
This is gonna make for a great race. Noir Raider P11, Connor P10.
Obviously, Connor will have to park that car in the pits and patiently watch his competition go around the circuit. Can't take part in Q3. We'll be starting from 10th place in this race.
Yeah, let's see.
Unless, of course, we have any retirements from
This is
Q3.
a major setback. Noir Raider was P2 in Q1 and out of Q3. How quickly things have changed.
Let's just read through this top 10 before it gets away from me. So Connor Young on provisional pole, 105.4. He will not take part in Q3, although. Then in second place, Boinkies or Ronald, as you know him. Third place, Raptor. Fourth place, Shark. Muna in fifth. Angry Wolf sixth. Avalanche seventh. Valandel eighth. Quinton ninth. Vino 10th. And then Noi Raider, Cowboy, Sniffleizer, Staffy, and the judge will take no further part in Q3.
Yeah, 3 softs in the top 10. So that's gonna be good. It'll be vice versa strategy. I mean, it's just the other way around. I suspect everyone wants to stop medium soft or soft to medium. So
don't think
not
anyone.
Always sure. Do you want to be on the fastest tire at the beginning when it's all crowded? But
don't think anyone wants to use the hard. No one using the hard.
Quinton, he backed out of that plan. He saw he wasn't gonna make Q3, so. It seems like we got a bit of a hanger here.
It seems like it's been on the screen for a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah, 0.9 spread between 1 and 10. I think we'll have to do a custom grid here. Restart. Well, not custom. Yeah. Oh, it'll be difficult. I'm thinking. Can be a.
Going into Q3.
Can be a short quali for the top 10 only, but then how do you do 11 to 17? Roadmasters.
Oh yeah. You think you've seen it all from this game, but that's never quite the case.
Yeah, the guys on the group is actually saying it looks like it's Muna making them hang. You know, I know the drivers, they got a different view. Muna has left it, and there we go. So
there we go. Sometimes we don't get that same view, but I think it's that screen with all the names on it. and then you can see
Yeah,
there's
got a little circle.
the one's got a little circle. Yeah, basically. So Muna should be able to rejoin. He should be able to rejoin, because his car is still in the session. His teammate getting out. It's not his teammate. It is his teammate. Raptor getting out on circuit early on. Obviously this will now be a top 10 shootout minus Connor Young. He's already retired from the session. He will be starting this race from 10th place. Shootout for the top 9 positions. And Raptor's going to have one of the first goes at it. Let's bring some information up on your screen. Obviously there will be no trickery here in Q3 when it comes to tyre compounds. Everyone will be on the softest tyre available, the fastest tyre available. The session is all about giving it everything. I did see a 104 in Q1. That was from the man that's retired from the session.
Yeah, and his biggest competitor also didn't make it to Q3, so new front runners needed. Knowing Muna, maybe he's a candidate. Raptor, he
definitely Muna, Raptor. Could even have a McLaren front row. Jacques as well. Got some serious pace around here. So him doing some laps earlier. So he has put some time in. Muna has rejoined. He is on circuit. It's on an outlap. No lap times on screen just yet. Everyone is out on track of the guys on their fast lap.
Raptor low 105 300.
Angry Wolf 105.1. He goes fastest. Nicely done.
Out of the blue, the Wolfman.
Landel 106.2. That'll put him third for the time being. See, where is Avalanche?
Wonderful feeling when you get it all together in the first lap and you can head calmly into the pits and
can go and
think about, do you want to go out again
and sit back and think about that final run and is it really necessary, rather than when you mess up that first run and you don't have the ERS for the to do the second lap, and it's happened to me before that I mess up the first run and the second run and I somehow squeeze it in at the end, but sessions that don't need to be that stressful when you can do a lap like that right in the beginning.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, Jackie 105 350, and there you go, Muna 104 915
104.9. Would have been an interesting race between him and the man who's missing out. The only two to have done 104s so far.
Yeah, difference being Muna's one is on a soft. Unbelievable corner on a medium. Just shows you the pace of the man.
Avalash yet to set a lap time. His teammates up in third with a 105.3. He's gone sixth, 105.5. So just 2/10 between the Red Bulls. And that 2/10 counts as 3 positions on the track. rather crazy. Let's have a look. Where is
Quinton now
Quinton?
sector 3.
There we go.
Just kisses that curb. Don't go too. Yeah, perfect. That last corner curb is a strange one. Looks inconspicuous, but if you take a bit too much of it,
Times are fast and the times are close. I would have been really happy with that lap time, but it's only good for 8th. 1:05.8, and it's only good for 8th.
Yeah, there's some serious pace shown here tonight. The guys are really flying.
So you read through these times quickly. 1:049, 1:051, then 1:053, 1:053, 1:053, 1:055, 1:057, 1:058. So, what's that? That is 9/10ths in your top 8. Absolutely nothing in it between 3rd, 4th and 5th. So that time's virtually identical. Angry Wolf is
not
on and out lap.
noticeable by the naked eye.
He is out on an out lap. So he's going to go for provisional pole. He's not happy with that 2nd place. He's going to do it. He's going to have to break into the 1:04s. He's going to start that attempt now. Switches the ERS up to hot lap and off he goes. So had a Red Bull there on the exit of the pits. Hopefully that didn't put him off. Sometimes the car doesn't necessarily get in your way, but it just needs to be something that just distracts you for a split second. Then you get off the throttle where you wouldn't have, or something silly. It can just cost you a 10th or 2, inexplicably.
It's in your eyesight, split second in your mind. Is he gonna go left or right? And you just now dialed in.
There you go, hits the apex nicely there. As he goes to sector 3, will he improve? Currently a 1:051. Ronald has gone 3rd. While we were speaking, 1:052. Angry Wolf not able to improve.
He did actually, but very, very slightly. I think he was a 1:052 something and low 2, and yeah, very, very marginal improvement. I saw some numbers changing, but
just
not a lot.
Scraping a couple of thousandths then, but not able to improve on that 2nd place. Ronald currently in 3rd in the Mercedes. See Ronald 2nd in the championship, 28 points adrift of your championship leader. Connor Young. Much closer battle though in the constructors. Just 13 points separate Toro Rosso and Mercedes. McLaren a further 4 points back, so really nothing in it.
Yeah, after five races, still all to play for.
Just over 2 minutes remain on the clock. Ronald has retired from the session, so doesn't believe he can improve. Maybe just also running out of tyres. Followed now Vino, he does improve, he finds 3/10 of a second, and that'll take him to a 1:05.0. Puts that Renault on second, nicely done.
Yeah, just parks it there in front of the Haas. Let's see Jackie, last corner. Is he gonna better it?
He does, he goes second. 1:050 again. Another driver just refusing to go into the 1:04s.
That mental barrier.
Only Munna breaking into the 1:04s in this session. But there's literally 4/10 of a second in the top 8. That's insane. A 1:05.3 is only good enough for 8th place. That's insane. So some really competitive times up here.
And the Muna, 1:04.702.
So he improves, finds a further 2/10. Don't know where, don't know how. But that is now officially the quickest lap time that we've had tonight. Beats the lap time that was set in Q1. Also a 1:04.7, not a 1:04.70. This is the quickest lap time of the night so far.
Yeah, leaving it right to the last second.
There we go, no more time on the clock. Let's have a look who is still out on circuit. Angry Wolf.
Let's see.
Angry Wolf is on circuit.
Yeah.
Quintinator is on circuit.
He better this time. He broke into the 1:05.200s, but didn't promote him above Winkies. Crazy, as you say, the spread. And as we speak, Vino broke into the 1:04.992.
Nicely done. Watch now, Angry Wolf. The last man who can possibly improve. He's on a fresh set of softs. He's going around the final corner now. Currently in 4th place with a 1:05.1. Does he improve? He does. I didn't see it. It went so quickly. I can't tell you where. He went second.
He's second.
He went second.
Amazing.
And I'd love to see these times. There we go. Oh wow.
And also confirm that we got a late entry from the Dookster.
Just go
through the stadium.
Through your top 10, Winner taking pole position with that 1:04.7. Then Angry Wolf and Vino breaking into the 1:04s right at the end there. Really nicely done. They take second and third. Then Jacques 4th, Boinkies or Ronald in 5th, Raptor 6th, Quinton 7th, Avalash 8th, Verlandel 9th, and then Connor Young not setting a time in Q3. Obviously watch out for him. But those lap times, seriously impressive.
Cowboy and Dookster has left the session. Let's hope they make it back. Connor Young retired from the session. Boinkies retired. Oh my goodness.
Shark retired.
What is happening?
Angry Wolf has left. We are having some technical problems. But
I think it all started with our host, Mark, dropping a connection.
Well, if we're going to look at the positive side of things, this is a better situation than if it had gone at the end of Q2. Now you can just basically take a screenshot and custom grid if it comes down to it. Just wait a little longer. Seems like...
Oh, man.
Seems like we're a go.
Yeah, but the Wolfman isn't in. He joined, but I see he didn't. And if you don't start this this run, you're out of it. The worst possible time to lose connection is at the start of the formation lap. You will see on screen it's a 1 and a 3 and a 4. There is no number 2 car.
No, that's right, he's missing from the screen. Very disappointing, we would have had a full grid.
Yeah, that's infuriating. I cannot think how we must feel now after setting an awesome front row time there.
Absolutely stealing the show at the end there and missing out on the race.
Now meet him up in this WhatsApp chat, so let me just keep the phone away.
See, now we just wait for cars to come around on, and it says Angry Wolf has joined. But
yeah,
I think that's just going to take him to spectator mode, if I'm not mistaken, because there is no car. There is no car to take control of, so it's not there.
The game will allow you to do 3 qualifyings, but if you lose your connection on that transition to a formation, that's it. You're gonna.
That means we will start with 19 cars, unfortunately. Missing that grid slot there in second place. There we go, we wait for the 5 red lights.
Five lights and off we
there
go.
we go. Nice start for the Munna. Nice and clean into turn 1. Just go further back to the field. I see a bit of trouble there with the Ferrari. I'm not sure what that was all about. So maybe just a bit of lag. Seems like everybody's on their way.
Yeah, I can confirm there is still 18 runners.
We had 19 runners at the start of the race. Have we lost another car?
Look, your missing was number 2.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You got skipped.
There we go. So Munna leads this race on lap 1. Leads from Jacques. 1.4 seconds is the gap. Vino in 3rd. Ronald's in 4th. And now shaping up for a move here. Nicely done. Raptor takes that position. Raptor up into 4th place. Lost him quite easily there down the straight. Didn't make too much of a fight of it. Obviously opening stages of the race.
He's not too much worried. He's more in it for the long run. Vino pitching a bit on that torque zone.
A driver that's
Raptor coming side by side.
A driver that's become synonymous with not getting penalties.
Vino locking up a bit, leaving it up to the last minute. That promotes boinkies. Because of the scrap, he's just overtaken, did a double overtake.
Boinkies now making the most of it. Up into 3rd.
Never a good idea to to go into that corner side by side, but none of them wanted to back out, and as a result, Boinkies sweep past them. And it has flown past DRS enabled lap 3.
That's right, we're on lap 3 already. We'll have DRS. See, when you're within a second, it counts a lot here for this midfield. Everyone's within a second. Look at that.
Oh, and we've got contact. Connor on Quintinator. He spins Quintinator. Ever so slight the contact, but just enough to spin. Let's see. Let's hope Quinton didn't pick up any damage.
So Connor being released into a little bit of free air. 3.5 seconds worth of free air. See if you can get away from this bunch of cars behind him. Ooh, what happened there?
Oh, and Connor heads into the pits. He himself came off second best.
Connor into the pits.
Slight back.
After starting in 10th after a penalty, now making a pit stop on lap 4.
Smart money is now on a hard tyre. If he wants to have any say in this, yeah, he fits the hard tyres. No, it has just changed in their hands from a hard to a soft. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. Yeah?
I'll tell you in a second. On my screen, I see a hard.
Out on a soft tyre.
Tyre hard. Yeah, he's on the hard.
Yeah, on screen it's a soft, on the overlay it's a hard. Well, I don't know.
Usually trust the overlay because I've seen the colours change before my eyes on screen. I haven't seen them change on the overlay.
What I saw. It was originally a hard in the hands and it changed to a soft. So
race leader into the pits.
Let's hope we did. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Race leader into the pits. We didn't see what happened, but he's into the pits early. That's promoted Jacques into the lead of this race.
Change there, so he's also fitting mediums. So 51 laps on mediums.
The problem is here at Austria, it's only lap 5, and with it being such a short circuit, when you make a pit stop so early on in the race, when everybody's still bunched up, you come out in 14th or 15th place. Gaps haven't really spaced out just yet.
Now three runners on the hards, Conor Young, Avilach and the Gap Pick.
At the front, Merck chases down the Red Bull. Wankies versus Jacques. 9/10 of a second is the gap, so he is within DRS range. We have a battle for the lead on our hands. Antonator picking up a 3-second time penalty. I'm sure we'll see more of those. The night goes on, just lap 6 of 36.
Duxter making an awesome pass on the inside on the judge man. In the second and last corner, made it stick on the inside.
Hunter now picking up a 3-second time penalty. Gavin has retired. That's the end of Gavin. We didn't see what happened, but he was going around on a set of odds and he has retired from this race on lap 6.
Oh, and 8, 9, 10, 6, all bunched up. From 6 to 9, 4 cars.
Absolutely nothing in it there.
There's action.
Antonator leads that field. Leads the horse. Leads 2 racing points. And the other racing points further back. Got a horse, a Merc and a racing point behind him.
Side by side, yeah. little bit of lag.
When the guy in front of you has that little bit of lag, it can just put you off enough. It's difficult enough to overtake, but when you're extra worried about your positioning, when you're thinking of that guy in front of you as double the width, you're not going to race properly. Quinton manages to hold on for now. May even bring...
Rather side by Steffi on the inside. Oh, Steffi backed out. Into the undercut. Noah Ryder driving like a man possessed again on the inside on Quinton. Gets that guy in front of Quinton and off he goes.
Now Steffi wants to get by as well. Doesn't want to get stuck behind that Williams for too long. And he's got a Merc in his mirrors. Gavin, you any retirement so far? And obviously we had Angry Wolf not starting the race. He actually qualified in second and then had a crucial disconnect between Q3 and the start of the race, which is the worst possible time to disconnect.
Yeah, that's a death sentence.
Let's go back to your leader. Ronald still lead. Jacques still leads this race. Not by a lot. Half a second is the gap.
Boinky shot on his heels.
Merc of Boinkies will be clear in his mirrors.
You know, not too aggressive, both of them just waiting for the right moment, so...
Obviously at this stage of the race, Ronald would want to get by. He is on the faster of the tyres.
Oh, and Valanda loses it on the second last corner. Power slides into the pit area.
Take a look, he turns it around and he's actually had that accident just at the pit entry. So doesn't need to go far to get a wing.
That's most unfortunate. I think he was in a P6.
Wasn't a good position. It was actually looking like a good day for Renault.
Picked up again big front wing damage at corner 1. I just tuned into his view and didn't see what exactly happened, but that front nose is gone.
He's missing the right hand side of that front nose. Doesn't look good. Well, it's not going to feel too good.
Yeah, I can guarantee you there's a few choice swear words being flung around in that cockpit.
And tell you that this combox would be far more entertaining if we were in a different party chat. Where's that bloke? There we go, in 12th place. We just need that guy in 12th place to come in here and not tell him we're live. This place will get very entertaining.
Yeah. Colorful character.
It's made up of colorful characters. Boinkies still second.
Nightmare race.
Dropping off now. Oh no, now in the pits. Oh wow.
New nose cone, hard tires.
I doubt
needs to go to the end.
This is correct, because if it were correct, Botha would get disqualified, but he's got yellows on the front and hards on the back. That's lovely. If that were really the case, then he would probably sell this game. When the pit crew starts doing that.
They've been known to fit tires that you haven't asked for, fitting two different.
I have had a set of set of wets in a dry race. So it has happened.
As we speak, the Dukester hot on the heels of Sniffleiser, 0.4 separating them. Quintonator also just in front of Sniffleiser.
Three cars there.
Sniffleiser seems to have a bit of lag issues.
They're just jumping a little bit. Not looking as smooth as you'd like if you were driving behind him, probably. See now just running out of ERS, as you can see there on the screen. Quinton doing well.
Yeah, problem
Sixth for the time being, and he's had cars in his mirrors most of this race.
Yeah.
Sort of let everyone trip over themselves around him. And gotten himself into too much trouble.
Yeah, moving a bit up on the standings. Raptor now on the back of Boinkies. This could become interesting.
It seems like Shark has been able to get away at the front. He's opened that gap to 4 seconds, and Raptor in third. He's closed right up on that Merc. I wonder if that Merc's got any damage. Just having a look at it.
He probably needs to get into the pits and change those softs. I think they're all done.
Don't see any damage, but could come down to the tires. Obviously, Raptor also on a set of softs. Same age, 13 laps old.
Yeah, but he's got much more pace. That's very clear here.
Maybe just came down to who took better care of their tyres at the start of the race as he goes up into second. On the one side of the spectrum, good day for McLaren. On the other side, well, there's Munna. He's out there on a set of hards, hoping he's seen the end of his pit garage for today. Now just wants to string a few good laps together and bring that car home.
He's claimed a few victims so far, quite fast drivers down in the field. Connie Young still in 7. The Dukester 12. Muna 15. Not your usual Oaks sitting so low on the rankings.
But Shark, Raptor and Ronald making up the top 3. Some big names.
Is the big gainer. He started what, P11? He's made up to the 5th position, so he's made up 6.
It's right on the tail of Vino, and as I say that, he goes up the inside.
Actually passed.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Goes up into 4th place.
Building in confidence now, Noah Raider.
And Vino's not done just yet. Vino goes up the inside. He wants that position back. They go side by side.
Is this gonna end in tears? Vino locking up slightly. Noah Raider keeps it on the inside.
Took a slight lock up there from the Renault to bring an end to that. And Noah Raider will hold on to 4th place for the time being.
Knowing Vino, he's running no assists, so he's prone to a bit of a lock up here and there. See
now 2nd and 3rd place dive into the pits together, and this is disaster.
Yeah.
This is a disaster. Oh no, the Mercs double stacked.
Can you believe it?
Boinkies would have been in there a bit longer than he would have wanted. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
No,
They like double stacked, but there was no one in the pit garage. He just sort of stopped and then went into the pit garage like 2 or 3 seconds later. And but there was definitely some sort of delay there. And
I've had a slight variation on that where you pull into your pit box, but your crew just looks at you for 3-4 seconds with no penalty timer running, and then suddenly they spring into action.
So Boinkies would not have got the ideal pit stop there. And as you can see, he came into the pits together with Raptor. Raptor has emerged in 5th, and he's emerged in 7th. So definitely a huge difference. Definitely getting compromised in the pit stop.
Knowing Connor Young, he's now trying to pull off a miracle here, 13 laps on those hards. Is he gonna take them to the end? Another 19 laps, 19 and 13, is that even possible?
Don't know what those tyres are gonna look like at the end of the session.
That's the only way for him, or does he jump in and get softs on right at the end, lap 50?
Right now with Raptor just off the podium, just outside of DRS. Should be coming into DRS pretty soon, and he can have a go at Quintinator.
Yeah, it should be much faster. Brand new tires fitted on this McLaren. Quintinator looks like he's heading to the pits. Yeah.
He is heading into the pits. That promotes Raptor up into 3rd place. Or it will. There we go. Raptor up into 3rd. Now crucially, Raptor's got a set of mediums that is 2 laps old. Shark ahead of him has got a set of hards 1 lap old. And I think the race is going to be between those two. Noid Raider leads. Those mediums are 17 laps old. Surely he will come in shortly.
He's 11-12 second gap, so yeah, that's gonna take him all the way back to P4, P5.
This race will very quickly become about Shark and Raptor, and don't forget Connor. Connor not far behind at all. Gotta wonder.
Life is the one that's gonna catch him.
How long can he hold on to those tires? Noid Raider does not come into the pits, chooses to stay out for the time being. That gap, 11.4 seconds. I think when we see that gap begin to dramatically drop, that's when it's time he needs to come in. At the moment the gap's still going up ever so slightly, 11.4, 11.5, 11.6 now. So Shark not able to make ground on him on that hard tyre just yet. But when that medium does fall off, you're going to know all about it.
It takes 2 to 3 laps to properly heat up.
Yeah, no, definitely. And when this medium does drop off, you'll know about it very quickly. Still follow Noid Raider. Goes around the penultimate corner, chooses to stay out. Shark's still in 2nd.
And Botha with Vino is slowly but surely creeping up on Connor ever so slightly.
See, he's got a set of softs on this Renault. Should have a lot of grip, should have a lot of bite. And Connor's hards, now 16 laps old. don't think they're being stretched just yet. Don't know how they'll feel in 10 laps from now. I'm looking for a way past. Just nothing yet.
Yeah,
Botha has
just Young used to be the one chasing down. Now having to defend.
Botha has just performed a pass on the judge. That pass takes him into 10th. And finally into some championship points.
We now really in striking distance here on Connor Young. Gap now down to 0.3, heading into the DRS straight.
Here we go, he activates DRS. I don't know if he's going to be close enough this time.
Going to make him pull up.
Going to get really close.
Force it on the next one. Try and wear Connor down. Let him use up that ERS, rich mix, everything. And then bounce on
everything he has. He's got a lot of yellow in his mirrors right now. A little bit of a lock up there on the right. Want to damage these softs.
Yeah.
This is when they're at their best. Wants to get the most of them. In order to do that, he needs to get past Connor and get some of his best laps in now. Connor's still staying out, so wonder if his plan is to go to the end.
Knowing him, I think he is going to try and pull it off. It will all depend on his pace come lap 50.
It's definitely possible. Look at the judge. Judge is down in 12th place. He's still on that set of mediums. They're 20 laps old. And if you look at Neuraider, he's on
up alongside Connor Young, overshoots it a bit.
Neuraider
also now slightly becoming impatient here on Connor. You can't believe Connor Young's holding out. Oi!
I don't know about that. I don't know. I had that on screen and it kind of looked bad. But
yeah, it was
we'll leave that up for review after the race because I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah. You know, with the game also being so laggy, it could just be just that lag. We haven't had the best of sessions tonight. So maybe where they're going around.
Shark second. Neuraider still leads. Done 22 laps on that set of mediums. Surely he can't finish the race.
Dirk has left the session. That's not good news.
That's right.
He's lost connection.
Just went onto his car now. He is ghosting. Can still come back, but this is now
on this.
Crucial for Raptor to get by. And now Neuraider gets a 3-second time penalty, runs wide there at the final corner. I wonder if these tyres just starting to fall off a little. Raptor must be aware of the situation. There we go. Storms past the ghost car of Jacques. Up into second place. And this race has just strongly gone in his favour. Ride with Ron. Ronald as he runs wide. Always seems to catch the guys at their best moments. Ronald currently in fifth. Just go slightly up the road. Connor has just been promoted to third as he's gone through that ghost car now of Jacques. That car will continue to fall back.
Oh, and Connor Young heads into the pits.
Connor dives into the pits from third place. He did 20 laps on that set of hards. Could have probably done a few more.
Well, speaking of which, Noah Ryder, 24 laps on mediums.
24 laps on mediums. Let's see now, he's going on to the soft. He's going on to the fastest tyre he can find. He's going to give it everything for these last 11 laps. Vino's going to have his hands full if he's going to hold on to this fifth place, because Connor's going to chase him down. Ronald currently fourth. Jacques' car still sits in third. I haven't seen his name pop up on screen just yet, so he is not back.
On board, he's still a ghost.
Raptor still second. Neuraider leads. Neuraider into the pits. Neuraider into the pits. Your leader into the pits.
Eventually.
And here we go.
To put some softs.
Force now. Raptor over the line. That'll promote him into the lead. And Neuraider, you know what? He's come out in second and not far behind at all.
Yeah, 1.9
He had a brilliant run on those mediums. He's just 2 seconds behind on a fresh set of softs.
Just as he capitalized on Jockey losing connection, he himself loses connection. What's happening tonight?
Not sure what's going on tonight, but the problem started already in Q2. Then we had a few more issues at the end of Q3, and now it just seems like one too many connectivity issues.
Yeah, so now we've got two ghosts chasing each other in third and fourth.
Well, there's a battle here for the lead, and none of these two are ghosts for the time being. Yeah. Just half a second. A little bit of lag here. Not sure which car it is, but here we go. Neuraider up the inside on the fresher tyre. Just don't run wide for the switchback. And there we go, holds on to the lead. Nothing really Force could do at that stage. He's on the medium, it's 11 laps old. Those softs have just come out of the pits, they're still shining. Not much he could have done. He'll do well to hold on to second. Vino has been promoted, he passes the ghost of Ronald.
Is Noah Ryder gonna do the double? Winning on a Monday and Tuesday at Austria.
Looking strong for it at the moment. He's on the fastest tyre going into the final stint of the race, and it's a fresh sec. Hasn't done 2 laps on them. Everything working in his favour. The only man with rubber as fresh as him is Connor Young, and he's down in 4th place.
Yeah,
he hasn't given up on the podium. Podium is in his sights. Connor runs wide, and that allows Vino to hold on to 3rd place for a little longer.
A little bit of side impact, tire to tire impact from Vino on Connor. Oh, and Vino locks up.
Now the pressure starting to show slight little lockups. And now he's got the inside surely.
Oh,
And Vino's gone off circuit. Vino's in the gravel. Don't know if he ran out of space there or what happened, but is he coming off short? The end of that. We're on lap 29 of 36, 7 laps to go. Winner picking up another 3-second penalty. We rated leading by 3.5 seconds. Not too much Raptor can do about it at this stage. They're just in different stages of their race. Raider has a fresh set of softs.
Yeah.
Raptor has a
nice
tiring set of mediums.
From 8 to 10. A nice train, Steffi, Doekster and Muna.
Let's have a look at that.
Quintonator also in on it, so a 4-car battle here.
Yeah, Quintonator actually leading this 4-car battle.
Almost, yeah, different tires on each car.
Muna would like very much to finish ahead of these guys. Needs all the points he can get. And this could be the difference between 10th and 7th.
Yeah, one ambitious move, one cock up. Trying to get Steffi off his line. He gets him to run wide. Doesn't do enough yet, but maybe crucially close enough on the DRS. But Steffi will also have DRS.
He's got enough on the outside. He had enough. He's gonna get past eventually. Rather just go.
He probably thought this and said, yeah.
Be in peace.
I don't want to end up spinning, broken wing, losing out on points here.
Now Muna heads off, he's in 8th. His next target will be Doekster. Doekster in a battle of his own.
He's not gonna back off, that I can tell you. Ooh, oh, and Doekster's move.
A little bit of gravel there on the outside.
He's not helping him at all. Doekster, a much more aggressive driver. Whoa, when he catches a curb, loses the back end a bit. That promotes Muna
and
up into 7th.
Steffi back into 8th.
Big mistake there from the Doekster.
Muna in 7th, and his eyes will light up. He'll know it's 5 laps to go. He can still get down the road enough to catch that Williams. Pick up 6th place and salvage something out of this race.
Or just lost connection. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Just ghosting around in 9th place. See, still some championship points on offer. We want to get back in here and bring that car home. Let's have a look. Where is the Muna? He's in 7th place. He's closed that gap to the Quintonator to less than a second. So he will have DRS.
Quite old the tires the Munas are running. It's 20 lap old darts.
Reaching the end of their lifespan. Did see Raider do 25 laps on mediums.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely possible on odds. Probably 30. Probably wishes he had a fresher set of tyres on there right now. Really help him ease his way through the field. 4 laps to go. The top 3. Raider, Raptor, Connor Young.
Raider starts lap 32. Has also now eventually caught Boinkies ghosting.
And his eyes will light up. This is extra points, every position from a race that looked like he wasn't going to be able to salvage much out of it.
Yeah, potentially a P5 up for grabs. He can just make his way past Quinton, but Quinton's battling. It's not gonna make it easy.
And obviously has a fresher set of the hard tyre on his car. Depends how much Muna has taken out of that tyre already. How much does he have left to give?
I think the move is coming here. Jono. Oh, Quinton goes on the inside defense. Muna having to go on the outside, locks up a bit, makes the move stick.
Nicely done.
Will he have traction? Yeah.
Got enough. Nicely done. He goes up into 5th place. Don't believe he's going to pick up any more positions. But I think if he can bring it home there, I'll be pretty happy with that. 2 laps to go. Judge picking up another 3-second time penalty. It's going to be interesting to see what these time penalties look like when we get our final result.
Yeah, that's another fact that Muna has collected quite a few. And I cannot recall the Quintonator, so that's maybe just, also why Quinton is not fighting that much.
0.6 of a second there, so even if there's one penalty difference,
9 seconds.
I recall also at least 3 different occasions where his name popped up.
Yeah.
As well as many other names. So a lot of this list where you see gaps that are close, names could yet switch around.
Yeah. Look, potentially even the Staffy can jump him. He's only 5.5 seconds off. So and Boinkies 1.1, so that's Boinkies is Squinkies. So the Muna could well drop all the way back to P8. Amazingly from 5.
We also don't know what the drivers ahead of him have. If Jacques, Connor, Raptor and Neuraider, what penalties do they have? I've seen Neuraider's name pop up once or twice as well. So I think we could still see an interesting surprise in the timesheets. We'll have to wait for that and see. For now, lap 35 off 36.
Can confirm that Jackie is back in the lobby. Yeah, I think he effectively lost 2 positions.
See, that car is racing yet again. Good to see.
Boinki's unable to come back.
Ronald not back yet. Still ghosting. We are on the final lap.
Yeah, it's flown past us. Noah Raider seems he's gonna do the double. Amazingly, he owns this track now. He can lay claim to it.
It looked like a battle, but it's not. Just the ghost car of Boinkies being passed by Vino. Vino will be promoted up into 8th place on this final lap. It's just right now.
As we speak, the Muna collects another 3 seconds. Let's see where this place is now. Currently in 5th.
Last corner. Lap 36.
Excellent driving here by the man from Britain.
Done the double.
Awesome.
And what a race. Nicely done. See, his teammate has classified in 11th place. Left behind, Cowboy. Devon as well, Dirkster.
Raptor coming in on 2nd. What a race he's had.
Fantastic race. We'll be happy with that. And Connor Young started from 10. Got damage early on.
Podium.
You will get a podium. We'll be happy with that at the end of the day. And then Jacques, what could have been? Could have been 2nd. At a
Muna
disconnect.
Around the last bend. Let's see now where the penalties punish him.
And he's already been pushed
Quentin
down to
jumps
6th.
in. Steffi might also possibly... No, Steffi does not jump him, so...
Doesn't, so he just loses the one position. And the last man over the line is Verlandel, so both Renault's in the points. Am I right? I think. There we go. Would be an interesting podium, wouldn't it? Racing Point, Toro Rosso and McLaren.
Yeah.
Stroll, Norris and Kvyat. Be an interesting podium.
Yeah, I see the Muna and Steffi on 12 seconds worth of penalties. That's very strange for Steffi.
Just go through your results. Obviously winning the race, Neureda pulling off the double from last night as well. Then Raptor, fantastic performance, brings the car home in 2nd. Connor in 3rd after having to start 10th. Shark in 4th, costing 2 places, a disconnect at the end there. Quinton 5th. Muna in 6th, making the most of it. Staffy 7th. Boinkies in 8th. Let's look at that. No penalties. Verlandel in 9th. Pino 10th. Then Cowboy 11th. Devon 12th. Duxter 13th. And Judge 14th. Sorry if I didn't get the rest of that. Oh.
Yeah,
That is the Austrian Grand Prix. That was the Red Bull Ring. It was incident filled, whether on the track or internet based, or lots of drama. And at the end of the day, what a race! I enjoyed that one. Thank you to everybody who joined us. We at some point were up to 14 or 15 viewers on the YouTube stream. So thank you to everybody who joined us. Thanks to everybody who contributed to the comment section. We were up to about 50 comments. And yeah, thank you, Attie, and thank you to all the drivers for the entertainment. We'll be back next week, same time, for round 7. Can you remind me what track?
Should be Brazil.
We will be at Brazil next week. For me, goodbye. 7. Enjoy.
See you guys next week.